Next, we took part in Global Game Jam, spanning from the 20th until the 26th of January 2025. The G-Develop team tipped us off on their community page. Despite being called Global Game Jam, it's not actually one big global event. Rather, it's a collection of many independent jam groups taking part in the same event at roughly the same time. This became apparent during the sign-up process, as we were prompted to pick a site to join. The site in particular was unranked, meaning that there were no ratings nor prizes, just good clean fun. The theme of this jam was bubbles. As usual, we try to pick something unexpected. After discussing several ideas, we settled on bubble wrap. Popping the bubbles is an oddly satisfying sensation that I'm sure we've all experienced. We both spent a lot of time playing Peglin around this period, so we saw this as an opportunity to make our own little spin-off. But instead of pegs, you'd be popping bubbles. I also went on a nostalgic binge over the holidays, playing lots of classic isometric style games. This included titles such as the original Sims, Jagged Alliance, Commandos, and a more recent title, Project Zomboid. So, in addition to the Peglin style bubble popping portion of the game, we'll include an isometric overworld scene to tie it all together. I lost my original design sketches, but here's a crude video I took on my phone. The plot of the game is that you're moving into a new house. All of your furniture is still packed up in cardboard boxes. You move from room to room in the overworld scene. You interact with the cardboard boxes to initiate a gameplay scene where you pop bubble wrap bubbles with the aim of clearing out all of the destructible ones. Once you've popped them all, you go back into the overworld and the room you just cleared is now populated with furniture. I eagerly got to work and managed to produce this scene with Kenny's isometric miniature prototype kit. They're perfect for rapid prototyping in scenarios like this before we have any game-ready sprites. Despite the scene looking pretty functional, I have a confession. It's all fake. You see, instead of moving the character from tile to tile, I simply move him a set amount of pixels depending on if he's moving horizontally or vertically. Collision detection, for example, is also a hack. Instead of using collision shapes, I simply convert the player's world space coordinates into grid coordinates. Then, whenever the player tries to move, I check their prospective destination tile against a handcrafted list of known obstacles. This includes things like walls and furniture. If the destination is occupied by an obstacle, then the move is cancelled. Otherwise, it goes through. The next objective was to design a rough layout for the overworld. And since The Sims 1 was one of the catalysts for this idea, what better way to design the house than build mode while enjoying that cozy soundtrack? It features rooms you typically expect to find in a single family home, such as a living room, a kitchen and dining room, a study, multiple bedrooms, and a bathroom. The graphics were traced over the original Kenny prototype tiles in order to retain the exact measurements. We produced a variety of wall, carpet, and furniture designs. Originally, we exported all the graphics as one giant sprite atlas. However, it turned out that Godot, version 4.4 beta, at the time of development, couldn't handle importing very large files. So we broke the